Hello, Hannah the Suburban Witch here, and today we're talking reading for careers with the tarot. In today's video, I'm going to take you through a couple of techniques that you can use with your tarot deck for determining what career is best suited for you or how to take different steps in your career to get a better outcome. If you're new to my channel, I'm Hannah the Suburban Witch, an intuitive tarot reader and astrologer, and I love bringing all of my witchy tips to you here on YouTube. I release a video every Wednesday. You can also find me on TikTok, Patreon, Facebook, Instagram, and I have a blog on my website, suburbanwitchery.com. Today I'm going to be using the standard Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot. I find it really useful for career readings. It's not only straightforward, practical, but it also has a lot of the astrological elements sometimes built into the cards as well, which is my handy dandy tip for reading with the tarot. Now, if you would like a tarot deck, I've popped some links below for the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot, but also the melanated version as well if you're looking for some more people of color in your tarot, because the standard one is very whitewashed and it's not the way it should be. So I highly recommend the melanated tarot deck if you're wanting something a little bit more diverse. Okay, so what are we going to do if we want to look for a new career? We're obviously doing something that we're not happy with right now, and we're wanting to take a step towards something that we're called to or meant to be doing here in this life. There's a few different ways that you can read through this, and I do recommend some astrological knowledge of the correspondences with the astrology signs and also with the planetary signs in the cards, and then knowing what those could mean in terms of careers as well is going to be handy. I'll give you a few examples here today, and then I invite you to go home, give it a go, look it up, try it out, see how it feels as well. So let's just ask the question, okay? What is a career that's going to be best suited for me? And let's just see what pops up. All right, Wheel of Fortune. Now, if you get the Wheel of Fortune card with something like this, obviously the Wheel of Fortune brings in lots of thoughts of destiny and the wheel is turning. I also get the idea of time. So sometimes you might think of just these words that you're hearing, time, okay, maybe watchmaking, okay? That's a really interesting, unique career that you could get just from that word. So you've got to think outside the box. You've got to be creative with this sort of thing. The other thing we see in this card is we have the 4 elements represented in each of the 4 corners. They're all reading a book. I actually get sort of almost scholarly feels, knowledge. We have a Sphinx here as well. So this could be, maybe you're meant to be a teacher. Maybe you are meant to be teaching your knowledge, or perhaps research as well, librarian. These are all careers that are coming through just from this card. And I know a lot of people have trouble with this card, but you don't have to look at it in the typical way of destiny and karma. You can look at the elements within the card to find something new and different. Let's try another card as well and just see what else pops up. The Chariot. Now, the Chariot is interesting. We again have those sphinxes in the card. Now, when I talk about looking at the astrological correspondences, the Chariot is ruled by the sign of Cancer. Now, as a zodiac sign, Cancer, in terms of career, is fantastic at things like financial planning. As a zodiac sign, Cancer does excellent in careers that revolve around family, that revolve around history, genealogy, also houses or the home, because Cancer rules the house of home and family. So think of things like midwifery, real estate, feng shui consultant. There are a few different things here that you could get just from that Cancer association. They're also really good at working with family histories, potentially writing biographies, those sorts of things. Shall we try another card? Let's have a look. All right, so we now have one of the minor arcanas. So this one is the 6 of Cups. Now, the 6 of Cups, being a Cups card, is going to be a water sign, and it's actually ruled by Scorpio. So if we're looking at Scorpios and their traditional careers and how that might work in with this one, which is a card of innocence or your inner child and that sort of thing, or looking at your childhood history, I would straight away be saying something like a child psychologist, or even just a standard therapist that's going to help you through some childhood trauma and that sort of thing. Scorpios are actually really, really good at getting to the root cause of your issues or problems as they're coming through and helping you transform those and become the person that you're supposed to be. Scorpios are also very good at keeping secrets, so they make a fantastic counselor. All right, one more card for the last example for this type of exercise. All right, and we have the Sun card. Now, the Sun card is ruled by the Sun and ruled by Leo, the sign of Leo. So what we can see in the card, obviously we have this beautiful garden. It's a beautiful garden wall. There is a horse, there is a child. So there's a few things you can take just from the card itself. Maybe it would be working with children or animals. Maybe it would be working with gardens. So you could be a gardener or being out there and, helping cultivate and store seeds and those sorts of things. So those are a few words that could come through there. The other thing you can look at is Leos love to be quite charismatic. So they're often really good at, motivational speaking or self-help, writing books, especially children's books. They are the sign of creativity and children as well. So anything fun, acting, getting out there and just sort of being larger than life is all going to work well if you get this card for your career. Now I want you to take a look at a few questions you might be able to ask to help with your current career. So let's just say you're in a career, you don't mind it, it's pretty good, you think it's what you're here to do. You can clarify that with the cards if you like, if it's not quite feeling right. But let's say it is, but you want to make it better, right? We're always wanting to improve and see what the next step is. So you can ask your cards something like, what is the next step I need to take in my career? All right, so we'll have a look at that. What's the next step I need to take in my career? 10 of Pentacles. So that might be closing something up. 10s are the endings, right? Looking at what you no longer need to be doing. What's something that you've been sort of holding on to because you think you have to do it when you really don't. It's not practical anymore. Then you might ask something like, what is the energy that I need to be focusing on? What's something I can do right now to improve or to increase my chances at maybe a raise or a promotion? Ooh, the Death card. All right, so that is doing something totally different, and change is a lot of the time the word that comes through with the Death card. Now, remembering that death doesn't always mean physical death, but it can also mean a death of sorts. So if you got this one saying, what do I need to do to get a promotion? I would actually say potentially you're not going to get one in this role. You need to maybe switch jobs or switch into a different company in order to actually seek out the role that you're looking for. This company feels like a dead end. Or the other way, maybe you got to literally wait for someone to die to get their position. You might be in the type of career where you're literally waiting for that person to go before you can get a chance to go into their role. The next things you can ask is something like, what is something that's blocking me from achieving the type of career that I am desiring? So 3 of Wands, maybe you can see the career you want, but you haven't taken that action step yet. You haven't yet taken that step to further your growth. So there are so many ways that you can ask the tarot what you need for your career to help enhance it, improve it, and get where you want to be. If it's a total career change that's coming up, have a look at what's the first step I need to take? Where do I start? These are great questions to ask your tarot to begin crafting the career of your dreams. I hope today's video has helped you. Let me know if you have any questions, just pop them below and I'll be sure to answer you. I look forward to chatting with you next time. Bye for now.